Well, being a parent certainly comes with its own set of challenges. Being able to work through different situations productively is so important. But when you disagree or you think differently, that can be easier said than done, right? Here with some tips is our master mom, Amanda Olson from Olson's Martial Arts Academy. Hey, Amanda.
Hello, Amy.
I don't know, it seems like as our kids get older, of course, they start forming their own opinion and their own ways of things that they think need to be done. And, you know, it's important, I guess, to kind of try to navigate those differences.
Yeah, I think that it's a natural thing that occurs. And as parents, as we're watching our kids mature and grow and become into their own person, sometimes we realize, or we forget to realize, that they actually are their own person. And, you know, we're teaching them to think for themselves and ask questions and to, you know, do all of these things independently. And then when they have different opinions, sometimes that surprises us, or, you know, it might even, you know, put you in a state of, wow, really? You know, I thought you were just like me. But as they get older, we realize that they are not just like us, and we want to make sure that we are open to respecting them as an individual.
Yeah, it really is a compliment because it means that we did our job as parents. We're teaching them to problem solve. It's just their answer maybe a little differently than ours. How important is being able to discuss the differences?
Well, I think that, you know, just like you discuss differences with any person, even if they're not in your family or even a coworker, you want to be respectful to each other, and, you know, listen to their point of view. And sometimes we can really learn a lot from hearing somebody else's point of view. I know just a very personal, specific example this week for myself. You know, I work with my kids. They're in their late 20s, early 30s, and we have some different opinions about different things we need to do as we carefully reopen. You know, and I was surprised by some of their thoughts and opinions, you know, because even though, you know, I work on this, I was like, oh, you're not thinking just like I'm thinking, yeah. You know. And so just being able to respectfully allow someone to explain why they feel a certain way and see their point of view, and then work together for a common solution, something that everybody can agree with. You know, and I know I'm not the only one going through things like that, and especially as our kids become, you know, 12, 13, 14, it really starts to show up. But I would highly recommend, as it worked well for me this week, again, it's just having a relationship with your children where you respect each other and everybody's opinion is valued, and you can work together for a solution to a problem, or help them, you know, as kids are graduating college now or graduating high school, they have a lot of decisions to make, and what they want to do may be very different from what you want them to do. But I just encourage families to listen to each other and help their children make decisions that are going to profit them, you know, mentally and physically and emotionally for a positive life.
And of course, Amanda, it's never too late to sort of find a new path to kind of come together. But I would imagine, as with anything, the earlier you can start doing that and learn to respect each other both ways, the better off you are when they become adults and you're still working through these things.
Absolutely. You know, and it teaches them, and this is very important, it teaches them how to, not only that you respect them and that you guys can work together as a family, but how do they relate to the outside world? How can they respect others and listen to their opinions and work together, you know, so that they have, from an early age, they realize not everybody thinks exactly the same, and just because it's not the same doesn't mean it's wrong.
Yeah, and of course we started early with bedtimes. That's always, you know, a start. So we do have our boundaries. There are some things that, you know, as a mom, I'm going to listen to, but eventually I am going to push back that 11 o'clock that they think is appropriate back to more like an 8:30 or 9, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you know that from many discussions, I am very big on rules and structure. You know, and I think today's conversation is not for the 7-year-old necessarily, but maybe the 17-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, you have to have that good discipline and obedience at the beginning of life, and that's what builds respect. You know, if your little guy knows when the bedtime is and he respects you on that, as he gets older, he's going to continue to respect your opinion on things that might be bigger and bigger consequences as he goes through high school and college.
Absolutely. Well, Amanda, as always, a great topic. Really enjoyed the conversation. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Amy.
All right, if you have other questions or you want to re-look at some of her other segments and topics that she's covered, you can always find her on YouTube, AskMasterMom.com as well. And Olson's Martial Arts Academy is located right downtown Johnson City. There's the phone number for more.